Welcome back to the farm, guys. We're gonna feed this little group of heifers here, and I'm gonna get Dad started drilling wheat, and then we're gonna go on and see if we can't get some corn picked today. Try to maybe get it all picked. We'll just see how it pans out. We got her parked around the field. I got to get back here and see these wagons has got a little gap under them, so I cut me a board to fit that gap. I'm just gonna stuck it back there, kick a little corn against it so it can't move, and we'll go on a picking. These old bed chains in here kind of make it hard to kick back there. Well, I stopped just to check stuff out. That's 4 rows worth around this little 3.5 acre field. I was just looking, and I mean, there's some decent areas here and there, but a lot of them just little old things like that. I was wondering if I needed to tighten the rollers down in that old picker, but because sometimes them little ears like that, it'll suck them down in there and grind them up. But if you look, I mean, it's shelling some, but I don't see any sign that it's grinding the whole ear up like it would if it was getting down in the rollers. So I believe I'm just gonna, I might tighten it up 1 notch, but I believe I'm just gonna leave it like it is, because a lot of times it seems like if you tighten them down, they want to stop up worse. There we go. I went the wrong way the first time. just go ahead and call that a load. I got up there gonna kick it back. It's already got them tires squatted down a little bit. And the metal frame part's about full. And them sideboards are for silage anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a load while I'm ahead. Go unload it and then come back, try to pick another one before dark. We made it to the barn, or to the crib, whatever you want to say. And I finally got this thing backed in here. It was wanting to test me a little bit, but we got her in here. Now we just got to kick our power take off in gear, kick the wagon in gear. Hopefully it'll unload decently quick. Well, it looks like that's going to work out pretty good. I guess I'll have to pull the tractor up just a little bit because it's piling up there in the middle where this old corn was still piled. So we'll go up here and ease it up, and that should do it. Well, that's got her empty. We'll shut her doors up, head back up yonder, pick some more. Everything hooked back up, so here we go. I figured I'd better stop and fix my board again. Yeah, I've probably done let some fall out, but oh well. I had to get some in here to scotch it with to start with anyhow. That's got the other 10 end rows off of it, and hit a pretty decent pile again. So I'm just gonna call that a load. I'm gonna unhook it, unhook the picker and hook it and go unload it. I probably ain't gonna pick no more tonight. It'll be dark here in 45 minutes or something anyway. It's got to that time of the year you don't get no daylight. Don't get daylight till 7 o'clock in the morning, and then it gets dark about, I don't know, 6:30 or something in the evening. So makes it hard to get stuff done, but this part of it. Alright, but here we are, 4 o'clock the next day. I just got the tractor and the wagon out of the barn. Today's just been one of them days, but I pretty much got done drilling wheat, got some potash spread and some lime spread, but we've got stuff done, there just ain't nothing went right. But I'm gonna go try and pick a load of corn before dark. I'm just gonna let the old tractor warm up a minute, and I'm gonna move a few more of these bags of corn toward the front of the wagon. That way nobody don't have to mess around climbing around up here. And then we'll take off and see if we can get a load picked before dark. Well, I made it up here and got everything hooked up. I come over here on the corner, this circle, picked the few point rows off. It's gonna take a while to get a load because of them, but I'm heading across the end now. I'm just gonna start going around. Place is sitting over in a circle, and I don't think it's gonna be no faster either way. I got a decent little load picked, and it's just about dark. It will be here in just a minute, so I'm just gonna go ahead and quit picking and try to get this old wagon to the barn and before dark. I gotta take another tractor and push and pile the corn up in the crib a little bit, and then unload this one, and probably gonna call it a night. We're back at it again this morning. We're gonna try and get it ramped up. We got a couple acres up here and a couple acres back down there where we've been picking. This up here is giving trouble. It's wanting to stop up, so we come up here to try to pick it down. Thought it might do better, but it ain't. But we're gonna keep after it anyway. we got a load of the deer corn up there on the hill picked finally this morning. The picker just kept on stopping up. That corn up there is just breaking all to pieces for some reason. But we took that wagon because I didn't have any more wagons, and sacked all we could sack up about it. And I had Dad down here in this other field, and he got a load picked. So we're back down here now, gonna try to finish it. We got 30 some odd rows left, and I think we can get it all in the wagon. So here we go. That little field finished and the wagon to the barn. We're gonna head up here and try to load one more wagon out of this other field now that the dews fell and it's getting damp again. I'm hoping maybe we can move along and actually pick. The stuff won't be breaking up, stopping the picker up, but we'll see here in a minute. I got the wagon pretty well loaded, and it's done getting late, and this corn still ain't picking worth a dang. It's just breaking off in the picker and stopping up and carrying on. Y'all probably can't tell, but the wagon's all full of stalks and fodder and crap. It's just a mess, and I'm tired of fighting it, and there ain't no way I can ever get done tonight anyway. So I'm just gonna go put this wagon in the barn and then go up there to another barn and unload that other wagon we picked earlier and put a couple other things in the barn and call it quits for tonight, I guess. I made it to the barn. I got the wagon unloaded, so I'm gonna stand here and watch it unload. Then I'm gonna pull it out. I gotta take that old Ferguson tractor and push this pile back up again. We got a pretty good little pile going for 3.5 acres, something like that, whatever the little field was. The ears weren't real big, but I don't know, I guess there was just enough of them that it's made a pile. And I didn't even plant that field on that high population, like 27,000, 28, somewhere in there. I kind of cut back because that was ridge ground. I didn't figure there was no point, you know, overdoing it. But either way, it's turned out all right. I got one more gravity wagon to put in here and a tractor, and then I'm calling it quits for today. I really wish we could have got all that corn picked, but it just wasn't going to work out. And I normally, whenever we're picking corn, I've got a 40, I don't know, 40, seems like it's something over 40 foot Kiwani corn elevator that I normally put in here and just pull the gravity wagons up, run it in the back of the barn. Of course, you can get it higher with it than you can pushing it with that old tractor. But since I just had that one little spot of corn I was picking for feed corn this time, I didn't want to go through the trouble of getting it out. And plus that other, what we're selling for deer corn up there, I need it in the gravity wagons to sack it anyway. And I think that's what there'll be, is one more gravity wagon load left up there to pick. So maybe here in a few days we can get another wagon unloaded and finally get done picking corn, because I'd sure like to be done for 1 year. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. But I want to thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.